The FIFA 23 web app has officially been out for 2 full days now, and the market has been kind of dead, which means trading can be very tedious and difficult to say the least. Now, for those of you guys who have built up some coins, some of you might just be tired of doing this trading on the web app and maybe just don't care about continuously sniping and doing all that stuff. So maybe you want to invest your coins and just wait until the full game comes out before you dip into any other kind of trading. And that is perfectly fine. So today we're going to go over a huge list of players that are going to make for great investments. As we said, the market has been absolutely dead, and that is because we have had no tradable supply at all. We did get marquee matchups, but not a lot of people have even enough coins to complete all these, so that really didn't put too much coins on the market anyways. But with a dead market means that a lot of prices for meta cards are super low. So if you guys are going to invest in any cards, it has to be meta cards, because right here at the number 3 spot we have Leo Messi, who is sat at 163k. Kylian Mbappe is under 900k. So yeah, our first big investment is really going to be just buying any meta cards possible. And when I mean meta, I mean like the top tier cards, high tier cards that a lot of people are going to really want. And these are going to be like, you know, the best cards in the game for these first few weeks. I guarantee you that these guys will continue to rise, even with the uncertainty currently in the market. The problem is there's just not enough people wanting to buy these cards. Now, Messi obviously won't be a million coins. His card this year is not too great, but he will not be 160k by the time the full game releases. So the buy time for this, any of these cards, of course, is going to be anytime before the full game comes out, because that's when the market is going to end up getting a lot of supply, a lot of coin injection in from just playing and being able to add FIFA points and all that good stuff. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go look at a few players that I really like. First off is Vinicius Jr. I think 5-star skills at 130k. I actually do like his price. He's one of the guys that I think is more closer to his fair price. But at 5-star skills, 86 rated, 95 pace, and 90 dribbling, I do think that he has a lot more room to rise. Of course, these prices are going to jump a lot, of course, because there's just low supply of these guys on the market. There's very low liquidity. People don't really know what to sell these at, and people who are trying to make quick coins, they're listing for very low. So I mean, for example, you could see here, most people listed at about 147k, 140, 160, but this guy undercut quickly at 128 because he's trying to get coins fast. So you could find a lot of really good deals on these cards like Vinicius, and a lot of other cards too. I mean, even Kylian Mbappe, earlier today, he sat at like 750k, which is absolutely ridiculous if you ask me. There won't be much history here, but you could see 786 we got one recorded at on the Thursday. So these are really low, and I know not a lot of people are going to have coins to buy these top tier cards, but there are some lower tier cards that I really do like. Now, you do have to be careful with some cards like Marcus Rashford, cards like Rafinha, cards like St. Maximin. These are not the cards I'm telling you guys to go ahead and buy. These cards will eventually go down, and these are very risky. But some cards of guys that are going to be super meta, like Ousmane Dembele, who always is, you can get him at like 35, 30k if there is a drop on him. This will be a card that rises up pretty nicely, like 50, 60k, just like he did last year. And even just some more of these other cards. I want to say Virgil van Dijk, he's going to pop up here. Virgil van Dijk sits currently at a ridiculously low price. Neymar sat at 230k. This guy's 5-star, even with a downgrade to 89 overall. This is still a really sick card. Even somebody on the levels of Marquinhos, I know his pace is a little bit lower this year at 79, but he's a top tier guy. He's going to be someone that's definitely over 37k when the full game comes out. Even take a look at someone like Sadio Mane. I found Mane's price incredibly weird when I saw it. To see him sitting at only 70k with these stats, 90 pace, 4-star, good links, I was very shocked. So these are just the FUTBIN prices. I know they're going to vary based on when you're watching this video, so please use your own judgment, because they may move by the time you do see this video. But a good example is even just looking at the price range difference. This is Sadio Mane. He's a great card in FIFA. He looks identical to how he was last year, and he was very good. He'll be a card that's at least over 150k by full launch. I'm just looking at some of the other ones as well. I mean, just anyone looks super usable. Virgil van Dijk. This card last year I think was 300k. Worst case, he doesn't even get up to that point. He goes up to what, 150, 175 by full launch of the game. So, I mean, just take a look at some of these cards. They were much cheaper, obviously, when the game first came out. But I think you're going to see these cards kind of stagnate at this until we get like any kind of real coin boosts in here. And you can call me crazy for saying that you guys can actually go into some fodder cards, but some of these cards are ridiculously cheap. If you really don't want to trade, you really don't want to flip cards, and you just want to buy some cards and just hold on to them until the game comes out, literally just take a look at any 87s, 88s, or 89s. It's ridiculous how cheap these cards are. Casemiro sits at 10k with Manchester United and Brazilian links. I know he's not the greatest. I know a lot of these guys aren't the greatest cards to use in game, but this is ridiculous. Kimmich at 11k. At the worst, you double your coins for doing no work. Fabinho sits at 7k. Even the 86s, I mean, Brozovic for 3.8k. Kun, the 85s are under 3k. This is easy coins. Of course, the only problem with going into cards like this is when, you know, you're not able to trade, you're not able to flip. If I were to, you know, be that guy, I would much rather trade and flip because you can make more coins that way. But if you really can't be bothered to trade, go and invest in any of these cards we just mentioned in this video. A majority of them are going to go up. The only ones I want you to be careful with are those low tier cards that are very expensive already, like your St. Maximins, like this, like that. You know what I mean. If you guys want to do some more trading, you want different methods to try if you're kind of stuck, check out this video on your screen here. It'll tell you everything you need to know.